showtime. Woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo. Silent and profiling. Woo, it's live and in color. Woo!
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report on the Buffalo Fan Base Network. I'm your host, Tommy, to the highest degree, to the T.O.P. from the 313. And by my side is my main man, my toucan Sam, the one they call the Apex Man, Mr. Mikey. What's going on, brother?
Happy Monday, buddy. How you doing?
Yeah, man. Happy Monday to you. We already got somebody up in here, man. We got Mike. What's going on, Mike? Go Bills. Damn right, go Bills. Yeah, man. Hey, it was another fast weekend for me. I don't know how your weekend went. By the way, happy Father's Day, Mr. Mikey.
Thank you.
Happy Father's Day. Yeah, happy Father's Day to everybody who's watching as well. I don't know. What did you do for Father's Day, real quick?
Honestly, not much. We had some barbecue, and just relaxed. We didn't do a whole lot. It was just chilling with the family. And, you know, my favorite thing to do really is hang out with the family, watch movies, you know, eat some good food, whatever it is that day. This time was a little bit of barbecue. You know, my girls were good to me. It was a fun time.
Yeah. Hey, I pretty much did the same thing, man. I had some barbecue. Went over to one of my friend's house and just hung out for a little bit. Came home and yeah, man, it was relaxing, bro. Let me see here. I got some people coming in here. Hen Dog, what up? What up? What up? Mikey. I'm having a toke waiting for the lady catcher.
Smart man.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. So, Mikey, not much NFL news. Normally, I you know, we start the show off with some NFL news. But there is some Mafia Sports Report news.
Yeah, before we get into that,
go ahead.
I saw a report. There's like 12 second-round picks in the NFL that haven't signed yet. One of those picks was you know, a Mafia Sports Report favorite in Booth Jr. He's still unsigned with the Vikings. So, you know, so maybe it was more than just an injury related thing. Maybe it was like a culture thing too. You know, if he hasn't signed yet, you know, like
right.
It's all slotted. Like the Bills signed all of their draft picks in one day.
Right.
So, you know, that's just something to think about, you know, as we're moving forward. I know on draft day, me and you were both a little bummed. We really wanted Booth Jr.
We did. Yeah.
You know, love what Elam brings, like the versatility. However, you know, I saw the article, thought it was interesting, figured I'd bring it up tonight since there's not a lot of news out there. No,
there's not. OTA's wrapped up. But we do have some in-house news that I was going to get to real quick. So Mafia Sports Report. As you guys know, and I'll play the trailer again in a little bit, you know, when we go through this one more time for you guys. If you guys haven't watched it already, it is on YouTube, but I'll play it again for you guys. We are having the top 100 all-time Buffalo Bills players beginning next week on Monday, 100 through 76, and we will have a special guest on, Marcus Sullivan, former offensive lineman. He was on that 2002 Buffalo Bills team. I believe he played 3 seasons for Buffalo. And we're going to have some special guests as well during the course of this series that we're going to have. It's going to run 5 episodes. So, guys, be there next week on Monday. It's going to be really, really cool. Hopefully your player makes it. I'm pretty sure your players will. Some, unfortunately, probably won't be there. You know, I apologize, but there's only room for 100. Some may not be where you want it, but that's just the way it goes. But it's going to be epic, guys.
It's also all Buffalo Bills, so it's AFL players as well.
It's all Buffalo Bills. Yeah, it's all Buffalo Bills, man. Top 100 Buffalo Bills. It's not top 100 players, guys. This is something that hasn't been done yet, and we just wanted to make something really special for Bills Mafia, really, because it hasn't been done on video wise. So where a group of people got to,
there was an article that was put out, about 2 years ago. Yep, with the top 100 for the 75
there was
75th anniversary. But we're doing it as a updated version. breakdown from the fan base. It's, it's not just Mafia Sports Report. Buffalo fan base as a whole is coming in, has voted on this, and we're going to roll it out as a group. It's going to be a fun time.
Yep. I don't know why my chat thing is not working there, Mikey. That's so weird. Anyways, I'm sorry if I'm not getting to you guys late, but for some reason the chat thing is.
Hen Dog comes in and says, "Can't wait to see where Edwards, Losman, and EJ are." You know where they are? Left off.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I guess we'll give you that. I guess we'll let you guys know that.
Does anybody think any of those three were a top 100 player of all time?
Then we got a real problem. We got a real problem in Buffalo. Right?
Maybe if it was top 100 during the drought years.
We got some bad people doing the list, man.
Right?
Even though I was a big JP Lossman fan, but I can't put him there. Obviously, he's not even in the top 200. I don't think.
JP was okay. JP.
I like JP.
I liked him.
Did.
He came in. That was during the bad coaching and GM and roster construction time as well. Like him and Lee Evans, because he had the big arm. We're a killer 1-2 duo. But he also made some boneheaded decisions.
Oh yeah. I know. But it is what it is. I did want to quickly talk about this. I saw this article real quick on the highest paid NFL players. I don't know if you saw this. So it's kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. So the highest 3-year APY, it's actually Aaron Rodgers at 50.2.
Just signed.
Yeah. And then Watson at 46. And then our boy Allen at 45.9. So what would you think about those contracts, Mikey? You think those are all fair except for the Watson, or you like that?
I'm surprised Stafford doesn't end up in there because he just signed a new deal as well. That's so it must not, since it's a highest APY over 3 years. He may not have the 3 years. He may because he's making more than Josh in year. Yeah.
This is a new article, so this isn't he must not. Total guaranteed money. Our boys in there again, but Deshaun at 230. And then Aaron Rodgers at 150. And then look at Josh.
Josh isn't really third anymore because this
right.
He must not be taking into account Stafford's new deal because Stafford got more guaranteed.
Yeah, maybe not. Even though this is new, I don't know why. But yeah. But still, either way, that's crazy. That is such a huge difference.
Josh got more than 50 million guaranteed.
I don't know. That's what it says.
He got more than 50.
I know. I don't know what to tell you. That's what it says, brother. I'm reading what it says.
I know. I'm just telling you what's wrong.
Yeah. Hey, this is ESPN. Now this is for defense. TJ Watt at a 3-year APY got 30.5. Bosa at 29.2 and Myles Garrett at 26.7. And then at receivers, you got Kupp at 26.7, and there's our boy Diggs, 26.2 APY 3-year. He's making more than the
one above. It says defense. Was it just defensive ends?
I would think so because it's saying Cameron Jordan is scheduled to make 14 million in 2022.
But he's a D end as well. That must just be D ends because Aaron Donald just got the richest non-quarterback.
It must be because those are all edges.
Yeah,
right there.
They must just be D ends then.
Yeah. And then here's receivers APY.
Yeah.
So Diggs is making more than
no, he's not. Tyreek Hill is actually making 30 a year.
I'm just saying either this is a messed up thing, but this is by SI.com, bro. So there must be making huge mistakes, whoever wrote on Sports Illustrated. So I'm just telling you, unless they're seeing it different way than us.
Because Tyreek Hill got the largest contract by a receiver ever.
Yeah, I get you. I'm just telling you.
And because he didn't even reach.
I don't know. I don't know, brother. I don't know what to tell you.
Because Josh got 150 million, by the way, guaranteed.
Yeah, so maybe that was a mistake and they forgot the one. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but these are correct. I mean, these are close. How about that? So highest
because he got 100 fully guaranteed and 150 overall guarantees for Josh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But it is interesting, though. It's very interesting. Cut that off. So either way, I mean, our guys are up there. I mean, we Allen and Diggs are up there on as far as offense. And now we didn't even get to. I wonder what Von Miller has to be up there too as well. Correct on the contract. What is his APY on a 3-year?
I'm not sure.
I think it's
because I think it was 6 for 120, but it really came out to like 3 for 72 or something like that.
I thought it worked out to be 17 point something.
Yeah, it was like it was 17.6 or something like that a year.
So really, yeah. So I'm telling you guys, man, the NFL contracts each season. My point was showing that, Mikey. Basically, was just showing you guys that when you sign these guys now, don't think of it like as it being a crazy contract if the guy's worth it, because the following year, the following 2 seasons, those contracts will be considered steals. That's just the way it works. This is the NFL, man. Like players are these new contracts, these new deals are getting crazy. So that's why I was so insistent on signing Josh Allen when we did. That's why I thought it was a smart decision on getting Diggs locked up when we did. And I think they're going to be smart when they sign the next big contract, which I'm going to think. Who do you think the next big contract in Buffalo is, Mikey? Like who now? I know there's some contracts coming. You got Dawson coming up soon. You got Ed coming up soon. Got Tremaine coming up soon. So if you had to be a betting man, who do you think is next in line to get that cheddar? Now I think Poyer is going to get a deal done, but I'm talking about the big deal. Like a big contract.
The next big contract's gonna be Ed Oliver.
The next big contract.
It's gonna be Oliver.
What do you think?
I think it's gonna be Ed.
You think it's Big Ed?
I think it's Ed Big Ed. I think Dawson Knox will sign on a 3-year deal. I don't think it's gonna be huge. I think he's gonna come back on a 3-year deal. I can see Tremaine coming back. I don't think Tremaine's is gonna be huge. It's not gonna be one of those big deals. I think Ed has the next chance for a big deal. But by the way, Tyreek Hill, the reason why his 3-year APY is so small is because he only makes 6.4 this year. Then it goes 31, 24, 28, 50 at the end.
Right. So so maybe they were right in a way in their weird, the way they're doing it now.
Like the article doesn't really talk about it of how it's, but to say Tyreek Hill's, APY is only 24 when it's because he has a 50 million at the end. That's gonna push it way up. When you add a 6 million in there on top of a 31 and a 24, it's going to drive that APY down.
Oh yeah, for sure. No doubt, man. Other than that, man, I'm just glad. I think it's going to be Ed, by the way, as well. So to feed off you, I don't think it's going to be Tremaine.
I think Tremaine gets like 12 a year.
I mean, but you think he can get money elsewhere bigger? You understand? I know what you're thinking here. But do you think a team ponies up and pays him where Buffalo's not going to match it?
We're about to dig into the stats for the linebackers. So we'll talk about it during the stats.
Yeah. No, I hear you. It's interesting. It really is, because I think Bill's Mafia is torn with him. I'm not. I see it. I would want to resign him. I would, but it boils down to they're going to have to see the other contracts and then really see what is Edmonds going to come back for a fair, what they feel is fair for him, or is he going to go chase the bag for a team that's, let's say, a Jacksonville who's willing to spend a little bit more hefty on a signing bonus or a guaranteed, right? Because it's not always about the contract, right? It's about sometimes the guarantees, right? So desperate teams do that. They'll make a desperate move for somebody like that and overpay, right? Just to have a player like a Tremaine Edmonds, come to their team. But we'll see when that time comes, Mikey. It's just interesting, man.
Yeah.
So guys, this is the final episode of the position breakdown. And tonight we're going to get into the secondary, the linebackers, and the special teams.
It's not special teams, it's specialists.
I'm sorry. Let Mikey correct me. It's specialists.
Yes, because special teams talks about kick returner, punt returner.
Don't let me correct you on your wide receivers.
Hey, listen.
Misspelling.
That's fine. It happens.
I love it, Mikey.
It is what it is.
All right,
It's
Mike,
done. Nothing I can do about it now. It happened.
I knew I'd touch a nerve. All right, go ahead, Mikey. It's your show
Jerk.
now, brother.
All right, so Tommy said it. We're linebackers, then the secondary, and then we'll get into the specialists. So for the linebackers, we'll start with Tremaine, who's the captain of our defense. Last year, he played 872 snaps. He had 1,007 tackles, 9 missed tackles, 0 forced fumbles, 1 interception, no sacks, and a passer rating against of 104.8, which isn't a great number, really. In 2020, he played 911 snaps, had 113 tackles, 15 missed tackles, 0 forced fumbles, 0 interception, but 1 sack, and he had a passer rating of 129.9. So Tremaine actually got better last year than he was the year before in pass coverage. Still tackling machine. Everyone talks about how many tackles he missed. He missed 9 tackles last year. Matt Milano missed 12. Milano missed more tackles than Tremaine did. However, Milano had a better pass coverage, but that makes sense. Milano was a former safety. So, I mean, we could talk about Tremaine all day long. I do think he's going to get a new contract here in Buffalo. The coaches love him. He's such a big dude in the middle, and he clogs up passing lanes where people don't throw it there because he's so big. So
has he led our team
in tackles
since he's been here as a rookie?
Yes.
See, guys, that's like, you guys got to take that in consideration as well. Like, this guy, I know he's not like this. You want maybe more production as far as maybe sacks go or
interceptions. They want the game changing plays that he doesn't provide. That Luke Kuechly or Darius Leonard or Warner, they all provide those guys.
Is that more of a scheme though? Right? Do you think he's capable? Because I think it's more of a scheme.
I mean, he's dropped some though, man. He's dropped some right in his hands.
No. I get that, but I'm talking about, like, let's say even sacks. Like, I think he could. I think if he was used more often in blitz packages, I think you would see more sacks from Edmonds, and people would be like, "Oh, Edmonds is the real deal." Like, but that's not what they use him. They drop him back a lot. They just don't really use.
They don't use him the way Darius Leonard and Warner and those guys are used.
Correct.
He's used more of a center fielder, middle of the.
He's almost like a spy.
Defense. Yeah,
he's a spy linebacker. I mean, because he has the speed. Now, obviously, not like a guy like Tyreek Hill. Like, he's not going to catch a guy like that, but he can catch a relatively fast tight end or even a receiver. Mm-hmm. So, like, I see why they do that, but I'll be honest, Mikey. I would love for them to use him a little bit more in blitz packages.
Get a little bit more exotic.
Because when they do, I always feel like Milano and Edmonds get home. Like, when they send them, they don't really miss on sacks. Like, they make that tackle, and it shows you right there if he's leading our team in 107 tackles, right? That means he's more incapable of making a tackle and getting to the quarterback. So, I would hope they would send them, at least Edmonds, a little bit more this season, and really, really disrupt quarterbacks. Because, man, if you think about it, you got the two edges, in Rousseau and Von Miller coming at you. Then you got the inside with Jordan Phillips and Oliver, right? And now you're bringing in on a linebacker blitz. Oh my God! Like, quarterbacks are going to have no time. So I hope they kind of designed some of those this season for him. But go ahead, Mikey.
I don't see a ton of him doing that, and the reason for that is because if we're going to run a little bit more man, that we're able to, because Kaiir Elam is a press man corner. His best trait is press man. Yeah. He's gonna learn zone and off coverage, and I think he has the traits to be able to succeed in that system. But with our D line and the rotation we're going to be bringing in, they're going to expect that front four to get home. I doubt you're going to see a lot of blitzing out of Edmonds and Milano unless we're trying to get creative on a team that is like quick hitter. That's the only way I see it happening. Because if you're going to send one of them, you got to drop one of those D linemen.
No, I get it. I'm not saying though, Mikey, like, consistently. I'm just saying it would be nice to mix it up a little bit more, blitz packages with them, because, like I said, when they did last year, I felt like they got home, And I forget what game it was, but Matt Milano.
Yeah.
I think it was the Chiefs game. Wasn't the Chiefs game that he was on Mahomes quick on one. I forget what game, but Milano came in for it was a big time sack in the backfield. And I'm like, damn, like, where was that? Like, send him a little bit more often here and there, So I think they will, but like to your point, I understand the defense, I understand the scheme. They won't be doing it a ton, but I hope a little bit more.
I'd like to see Edmonds come a little bit more. Milano gets sent a lot more than Edmonds does. Edmonds is just such a huge guy in the middle. He closes passing lanes. Yeah. I think a lot of people's gripes about Tremaine is that he gets moved with the eyes by the quarterback a lot out of zones. And he doesn't quite have that feel. That's the biggest concern I've had about him. But again, he's a young guy. He's been in the league going on 5 years now.
He's real young.
And he's still as young as some of the draft picks this year, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Then we have Matt Milano, our other starting linebacker in 2021. He had 915 snaps, 83 tackles, 12 missed. He didn't have any interceptions this year, but he had 3 sacks and a passer rating of 80.5. In 2020, he was hurt most of the year in 2020. He only had 335 snaps. He had 41 tackles, 5 missed, 1 interception, and 4 sacks with a coverage grade of 78.9. So he is pretty solid across the board. Milano. That's the thing about Milano is he's consistent. That's who you get. What you see is what you get when it comes to Milano.
Yeah, I thought out of all the contracts we did from last season. And I'm not saying Darrell Williams played terrible, but I thought Matt Milano definitely lived up to his contract.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think he was actually played better than his contract, which is really good to see from players that get paid. Because it was a decent contract, though it was still a team friendly kind of deal. He probably
very much a team friendly.
Yeah,
deal.
he could have got paid a little bit.
11.
Yeah,
it's like an average of 11 or something like that a year.
I gotta look it up, but yeah, it was definitely a team friendly deal.
Wasn't it 4 for like 44 or something like that?
I have to. I really don't. I just remember them saying that he probably could have got more in the open market. But the thing is, man, too, you got to remember, Mikey. A lot of these players, they don't want to move, like moving their families
Matt
and going to
also
a team
a minimalist.
Right.
He doesn't have a lot. He doesn't need a lot.
Right.
So
right.
he loves the game. He loves the organization. He took a deal that gives him family wealth, because if you think about it, in 4 years he's going to be able to sign another one.
Yeah, and winning too. A winning culture, a good locker room, surrounded by good guys, good coaches. A good facility. One of the best training development. In the NFL. So yeah, listen, Buffalo is going to be and is starting to be the place to play if you're a free agent. So I think players will take a little less to come here or team friendly deals.
Yeah. So those were our 2 starting linebackers. Then we have our 3rd round pick, Terrell Bernard. In 2021, he had 103 tackles during the senior season. I couldn't find his missed tackles or his forced fumbles, but he didn't have any picks, but he had 7.5 sacks.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't get his passer ready. I looked it up, tried to find it somewhere. Unless I wanted to drop some money on college PFF.
Yeah.
That was the only way I was getting that, and I wasn't dropping money for college guys.
I saw him some videos, clips, OTAs. Man, he is very undersized. He looks like a safety, bro. Like he looks
like Milano.
He has.
Remember how small?
I think Milano's still. I get it, but I think Milano's gotten bigger. Yeah,
Milano's gotten bigger.
Okay, bro.
Time, but
if that's the plan, if that's the plan, then cool. But for now, he looks like a safety, no doubt. Now, if they bulk him up, which I'm not saying he can't, then cool. But I think that's the most interesting pick we did, because I don't know what the plan is with him. Like, if it's just, are they going to put him on special teams right away? Is he going to be more of a guy that's just going to sit back and learn from Milano and not be on special teams? Because I don't think he played. Did he play special teams in college? Did he? Okay. So he may be. So if he is, cool. But I just still, we'll see. We'll see with him. It is interesting. The sacks are good. But I just don't. I hate his size, man. I really hope they bulk him up.
You know who he reminds me of this, like, size wise, is Roquan Smith coming out. Roquan Smith was tiny coming out too.
Cheers, Miles Connor.
Yeah, Roquan Smith was small coming out of college, and then he's bulked up. That's who kind of Bernard reminds me of, is the way,
Yeah.
But he's a missile, man, and he hits. It doesn't matter about size; it's about heart. Teron Johnson tells you that all the time.
I get it. But Teron Johnson ain't a linebacker.
He plays the third linebacker for us in the nickel.
But he's not the main line.
But he comes up and makes the tackles like linebacker.
I get it, but he ain't taking Matt Milano's place anytime soon. Okay.
I don't think Terrell Bernard's taking anybody's place.
Well, that's what the word was. That's what everyone assumes, right? Like when we drafted him initially was, well, that's could be Matt Milano's replacement down the road. Mm-hmm. I don't see it. I'll be honest with you. Not now. However, Mikey, let's talk 2 seasons from now, and maybe I change my mind because maybe he bulks up. Maybe he's actually making plays when they're using him on rotations coming in, and I see something from him. But right now, early on, boy, he probably has a lot work to do to get there, especially with putting on muscle.
That's an awful big thing to say on a guy who's never stepped on the field.
It is. I agree.
Hard to put someone in a box when they haven't even,
I agree.
been open.
That's what I said. Like, well, wait. Well, I listen. That's what the good thing about rookies is, right? Like, especially a guy like that. There's no rush for him. Like, there isn't a rush. We have our linebacker set, right? Like, there's no need to get him on the field ASAP. This isn't a quarterback issue
he's going to play special teams, and then probably be the third linebacker.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm okay with that. But I would assume though that he will put weight on. I promise you that.
Yeah.
So what's going on, Brandon?
So ultimately, then that's where we start getting into after Bernard, because I think Bernard as a 3rd round pick is going to make the team regardless. I think he's going to be a special teams guy.
100%.
And then we get into like the real bubble guys, and I put Tyler Matakevich up here because he's been a core special teamers. He's also has more, he played as the backup middle last year after Klein. He came into a few games. So last year he had 44 defensive snaps, 6 tackles, 1 missed, and a 33.3 passer rating grade. But it was like, mop up duty. It is what it is. In 2020, he played 72 snaps, had 10 tackles, 1 missed, and he had a 90.6 passer rating grading. So he actually got better last year as a linebacker, which is a good thing to see. He's also a core special teamer. So I have a feeling he's going to make the team regardless.
Yeah, I think McDermott likes him a lot too. Like that's like a McDermott guy.
Yeah. And then we have Tyrell Dotson, undrafted free agent or undrafted rookie a few years back, who's just kind of stuck around the practice squad and made the team. Last year he had 79 snaps, 9 tackles, 2 misses, and a 92.5 rating. In 2020, he filled in for Milano for a little while before he got hurt. He had 172
the logo's
snaps.
blocking it, but you can read it.
He had 172 snaps, 19 tackles, 4 missed, 1 sack, and a 93.8 passer rating. So he wasn't great as a Milano replacement, but neither was Klein really. They used once they stopped trying to use Klein like Milano, they started like sending Klein as a downhill guy. He played better.
Yeah.
And then we have Andre Smith, who was another guy who actually had some snaps. He is suspended, but he was a special teamer last year. He had 1 defensive snap last year. That's it.
All right.
In 2020, he had 47 snaps. He had 7 tackles, 1 missed, 1 forced fumble, and an 88.5 passer rating. But then we also have the Marquis Lees, JoJo Harris, and Braylon Spector, who is probably going to be all practice squad guys.
Oh, real quick, Mikey, before we go to the next slide. I forgot to say. So tonight, guys, if you listen, not everybody is going to want, I'm doing a giveaway. Remember, I talked about this last week. If you guys were tuned in last week, we were doing a giveaway of some Buffalo Bills rookie cards. Some people may not want one, and then that's okay. If you win and you say you don't want it, just let me know, and we'll put it on to the following week. But this week, just a heads up. So we're going to give 3 cards away. And by the way, all my cards, I send a bonus card with it. So you're going to get a bonus Buffalo Bills rookie card. So you're really getting 2 cards. So the first one, which is going to be the some of you guys may not like it. Some of you may. I know my boy Mikey likes it. Tremaine Edmonds rookie card. All right. And then the next one, which was one last week, but the guy, he's not a card guy, so he said just give it away again. This is a Thurman Thomas 1989 score rookie card. So it's the best one out of that set. And then the main card tonight, guys, the main card is the Josh Allen rookie card. All right. So Josh Allen rookie card 2018. So we will do this at the end of the show, and the winner I will send you the cards in the mail. So last week I already sent out the cards. They should be getting there to Jason this week. And I forget the other guy that won it, but yeah.
Charlotte?
So if you guys, no, somebody else. So if you guys stick around, we'll be doing the spinning wheel thing. And if you guys want to, like I said, you want to, join or whatever, stick around and we'll put your name on that list. All right, Mikey, go ahead.
You want to bring me back up?
Gotcha.
Okay. So moving into the secondary, we have starting with our all-pro corner, Trey White. Season was cut short last year. He had 630 snaps, 39 tackles, 9 missed, 1 forced fumble, 1 interception, and a 61.4 passer rating allowed. In 2020, he had 878 snaps, 51 tackles, 6 missed, 1 forced fumble, 3 interceptions, and a 91.7 passer rating allowed. He was actually having a better year last year before he got hurt than he was in 2020. Which, I expect him to come back and be fine. I don't think he's going to be all pro Trey when he first gets back, because it always takes a little bit of time to come back from knee injuries like that. But I think he's going to be better than what we've had out there. I think 80% of a Trey White's better than a lot of guys that are back out there. A lot of CB2s.
100%. So I mean, listen, this was a big injury. Okay. There's no way around that. Like this is a injury that's going to take some time, and not every player comes back, right away. Not every player plays the way he once did. Now, some players do come back. Some come back even better. It just, every player's body is different, right? Heals differently. So I know, and I said this on Twitter and everyone's got on me about it, but I know what you hear from the coaches that he's on track. That means nothing, guy. Like they're not gonna say he's not on track. Like it's good to hear, but I'm telling you right now, I would not be surprised if he's on the PUP list to start, and he starts in week 8. And I'll be real with you guys here. Even if he's somewhat 90% ready by week 1, I don't know if I feel comfortable. If he's 90% by week 1, Mikey, I'll tell you what, maybe you don't put him on the PUP list, but you keep him out to like week 4, right? Like you give him a couple.
You put him on that short-term IR, that 3-week IR.
Is that exactly short-term IR, and then maybe week 3, week 4 he returns. But I'm just not comfortable, with him coming in right away because. Man, listen, it's also mental, guys, with something like this, right? It is like, and I wish he was ready to go a little preseason just to kind of get,
Oh, he's not touching preseason.
No, I know he's not. But I'm saying, like, if he comes into a game, let's say hypothetically, week 4, week 3, right? Like they're like, okay, you know what? I feel good. I wouldn't even know if I would want to start him, but maybe throw him in there and take him out here and there just to kind of get the feel for the game again. His legs going against, got to remember, he's going to make a tackle. He's going to make a cut. This isn't just practice. So I would kind of want him to go in there like just slowly, in my opinion, right? Like not just throw him in right away week 1 and he's full on at week 1. Like I don't know. I just want to be up for that. Would you? I mean,
yeah.
I just
if the doctors tell me he's good and he tells me he's good, I'll trust him.
I get it, man, but no training, no hardcore training.
Listen, they're going to test him before they let him come back.
Yeah,
he'll have to show that he can cut and do all those quick twitch drills and all that fun stuff before he comes back. They're not just going to.
No, I get it.
Go out there.
No, I get it, but I've seen other players where they did do that, where they kind
Tommy,
of.
you can't play scared.
It's not about playing
professional
scared.
football.
It's not about playing scared. I'm not saying play scared.
You're
I'm
talking about
saying,
bringing him
I'm
back
saying
slowly.
I'm saying limited playing time. Maybe he comes in
if he's ready
for
to
a
play
game in
he's
week
put him out
3.
there.
Let's say he comes in. Yeah, I don't think so. I've seen players do that, Mikey. I've seen players coming in a little limited, and then they started the next week 100%. They were ready to go, full force. So, I mean, I get what you're saying. I mean, it's not about playing scared. I just feel like,
Dude, can
in my
see
opinion,
him? Can I see him limit? Can I see McDermott doing a rotation back there with the 3 guys with Elam, Jackson, and White?
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Right.
That seems like a McDermott type of thing to do.
That's what I'm saying. Not so much
ease in
right.
both White and Elam.
Exactly.
And supplement him with Jackson. I could see that with random series.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking.
I don't think they do it long if they do it.
No, it'll be like a game. That's what I'm saying. It'll probably be one game where you kind of just do a little bit more of a rotation thing, or you swap him around a little bit, and then I think he's ready to go. It's just kind of like, hey, how's he feeling out there? That's all. I don't
understand Chewy's comment. I am far from afraid of Trey's return. Tommy's talking about easing him in. I'm talking about just throwing him out there. So I'm not sure what this comment is.
Hey Tommy, why is Mikey so afraid? No, Mikey's not afraid. Mike is saying,
I'm like, if he's ready to go, put him out there. Tommy's more of the afraid one.
No. You see, you got that wrong. I'm not afraid. No, I don't.
You're talking about easing him back in.
No. I'm saying the first game, to me, and I guarantee it happens. I'll almost promise you that he will be kind of limited in that game. I'll promise you, the first game he sees, there's no way that he's going to be out there 100 all the snaps, 100%. I guarantee they kind of ease him in there. They ease that game. He's not going to be the same Trey as he was last year going into season 100% health. They're just going to kind of like get him going.
I think Trey's going to come back.
I'll tell you what too, though, just like preseason, right? We talk about preseason, right? So there's 3 games. The starters usually play at least a quarter, correct?
Yeah, most of the time. Usually in game 2.
Now it's game 2. It used to be game 3, but game 2 now, right? But that's kind of so they can get the feel of the game, get ready for that. And we all say it, right? Like, hey, it's good for them. Even the players say, I kind of want to, get that feel back, right? I want to get hit, right? So if Trey doesn't do that, I'm just saying, hypothetically, he's not there preseason. You just throw him out week 1, 100%, boom, boom, boom. Like, I kind of feel like maybe just kind of blend him in the first game.
Okay.
Whatever game. That's all I'm saying. That's all I mean.
That.
It's not about being scared. Just about because he's missing a lot of time. And so that's all I'm saying.
Knocking the rust off.
That's it. Exactly, Mikey. That's it. That's all it is. Okay. And if you're like, damn, this dude's he's playing at a high level right away.
See, when he comes back, they talk about a lot of people how when they come back from the ACL, they're not quite the same. But Trey White was never dependent on his skill set, like his speed and things like that. He's a technician. I think when he comes back, he's not going to miss a beat. I really do. Because he doesn't play just by physical gifts.
I agree.
He plays by technique.
And the good thing is he's young, Mikey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he has that on his side as well. Age is on his side. Because if this happened to a 30-year-old Trey White, I don't know.
32-year-old Trey White.
Right. Yeah, I'm saying like right.
He's in his prime right now. He's going into his prime right now. So yeah.
All right, a player like that with a big injury like that, with the work ethic he has, and the training staff we have, I think he'll be fine.
I think he's gonna be fine too because he's a smart player who plays off of instinct and technicality. The way he is all about his traits and doing his job, and he's his how he sets up things. Yeah, he doesn't play off pure speed or brute force or any of that. He's not. He's technically sound. So, anyways, Trey White, he'll be back at some point this year. We're hoping earlier 100%. Than later. Because if we misses the first 3 weeks and comes back for week 4, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm totally.
I would love to see him start the year, but at the end of the day, we need a healthy Trey White. When we're going into the playoffs. So, however it gets Trey White 100%, healthy, guys. That's all that 100%. Matters. Our second one is Kaiir Elam. In 2021, he had 29 tackles. Again, he couldn't get the missed tackles or the forced fumbles. He had 1 pick and he had a 55.6 pass rating against. Kylie had an up and down 2021. He was playing through a lot of injuries at Florida. His 2020 tape and his 2019 tape were phenomenal. His tape for 2020 and 2019 rival Stingley Jr. for how good he truly was. He's had an up and down, senior year or junior year. I don't know exactly what it was, but a 2021 season that he battled injury the whole time. So excited to see what he's going to bring. He's going to bring a new element. We've been asking, Mafia's been asking for a long time to have that blue chipper across from Trey White. Then let's see what this defense can do with Poyer and Hyde and have 4 blue chippers back there. Well, now we get to see it.
Okay, but I will say this. To Kaiir Elam's credit, going to the Florida Gators schedule, he's going against the top offenses, right?
Yeah, so he's played against Jameson
Alabama
and
right.
Michi
LSU.
And all the Alabama receivers, Devonta Smith,
Georgia,
and,
LSU,
Waddle,
Florida State.
Yeah,
I mean these all. I mean even the teams that aren't
Jamar
up
Chases.
there. I mean, dude, this guy's played against, and he's going against the number 1. So, listen, when that draft happened, Mikey, and I didn't know much about him. And I will eat crow, and I love the pick now because once I saw,
we said we were going to do that once we said
that
from the very beginning.
It happens.
We said we fell in love with a guy, and we know better not to fall in love with a guy. We should fall in love with a position, not a player.
100%.
And because we're going to root for whoever the Bills select, whether we like them or not, whether our player
100%.
was there, which our player was there that we wanted.
Yep.
And they took somebody else. We're going to root for him. He's a Buffalo Bill. We want him to be the best of it, ever.
Then you do your homework, which you should if you're a Bills fan, and you find out, okay, who do we draft? Where did he come from? What kind of player is this? Right? What's his strengths? What's his weaknesses? Right? Is this guy a good guy?
Last year with Rousseau, with Group? I didn't want Group. I wanted us to take Asante Samuel Jr., the corner, who ended, he had a fantastic rookie year for the Chargers. Mm-hmm. I wanted the corner last year, and then they took Rousseau. But then once I got to know more about Group and his background and how he was a safety in high school, came to college, transitioned, played 1 year, was number 2 in the nation in sacks behind Chase Young, and then opted out for COVID because his mom was a nurse, and then he gets drafted after the opt-out year, and he's just this ball of clay. Yeah. Like, how do you not love that?
Exactly. And where we drafted him was towards the end of the draft.
In round 1.
Right.
Same
so,
with you, end of round 1.
Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with that. By the way, real quick, Chewy coming in. So I guess we're not signing Joe Hayden.
I still would not say that won't happen.
I want to count it out.
Hayden is a vet.
He hasn't signed yet.
Who hasn't signed yet, who's close to Von Miller, who may not want to do the beginning of training camp. Mm-hmm. He's a veteran. Those guys hate training camp.
Exactly.
I can see us bringing him in because I can see us the first 2 weeks of training camp to see what we got in our cornerback room and say, we better. Because at training camp, when we report, we'll know more about what Trey White's going to look like. They're looking at him saying, okay, he's not going to be ready until week 8. I can see them signing a
100%, 100%, and they could do cuts, right? Mm-hmm. to be able to afford a contract.
We still have $5 million.
Yeah, he's probably going to be a 1-year deal, right? Yeah. Or if it's not him, it's somebody else. It's a vet that's still out there, and there is quite a few.
Yeah, there's still a few good ones out there.
Yeah, so I expect I still in my mind I think they will still get a veteran corner because it kind of seems like they've done that since they've been here. They've gone out and got a vet. So it would be kind of surprising that all of a sudden they don't go to a vet.
I truly believe if they don't sign a vet, that means Trey's ready to go week 1.
I could see that. I agree with you there. Then they're very optimistic about his rehab.
Because then Kylie Elam or Dane Jackson is CB3.
I get it.
If he's not going to be ready to go, then I can see us going out and get a vet because we can't be relying on the Cam Lewis's and the Saron Neals and the Christian Benfords and Nick McLeod's, you know, the regulator himself, Elijah Griffin, you know, those type of guys, those young guys. We're not going to do that. That's not who we are.
Correct. They won't do that. They'll need that leadership out there on the field, even if the players on the sideline, let's just say it's hypothetically he's not even a starter. They may just need that guy in the locker room for now to just kind of tutor these guys up, you know, or if they need to talk to him on a sideline, whatever.
Man,
I think
you
it's
imagine
good to have
Joe Hayden in this defense, though? Like, he's
dude,
such a smart, heady veteran. He would flourish.
I would love him.
Defense.
I would love him. I think there's he hasn't signed with anyone. Yeah. So there's a reason for that. And like you said, Mikey, maybe to him, he's like, hey, you know what? I don't want to do OTAs, right? I'm vet. I'm skipping all that. I'll wait. I'll see how this plays out. And then teams will come looking at and when the training camp starts up.
Yeah.
And that's probably what's going to happen. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I wouldn't mind him at all. That's the one guy I would like, to be honest with you, out of all those free agents that's available. But I would probably take any veteran quality CB right now.
Yeah, I'm just not overly thrilled with the Cam Lewis's and the UDFAs from last year as being significant backups for us this year.
Yeah. Chewy coming in with a question for you, Mikey.
Who do you guys see as a surprise cut after camp? Ooh, surprise cuts.
That's tough, man. I think there's gonna be a few. Or surprise cut / trade. Right.
Yeah.
Which is the same thing, guys, by the way. But you're getting something. That's
I don't know if it's a real surprise, but I could see the Matakaviches, the Taiwan Joneses, those type of special team only guys starting to fall off the roster after camp because they still do make some money, especially Matakavich. And if Bedard or any of those linebackers show out on special teams, I could see them letting someone like that go. I think the big one is probably Cody Ford is the one that probably sticks out the most to me.
That's what I was going to say. A trade.
But I think it's more of a trade than a cut.
Yeah, you got to get something for him, even if it's a late round pick, 6th round. It is what it is.
Zach Moss, maybe.
That's another one that's interesting, but I'll tell you what, on Zach Moss.
I mean, I don't want Zach Moss to go, though. I like
I talked to I was talking to what's his name? Curtis. And he made a good point. I got to give him credit. So he said, listen, what if hypothetically you cut Zach Moss and all you got is Duke Johnson back there? And what if he gets hurt? Let's just say hypothetically. Then you have no more power back. Right, you lose your power.
Duke Johnson's not a power back, anyways.
No, but
we use our power back as 17. Let's be honest.
I get it, but you can't. You got to eventually go away from that, right? That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
And I mean, Duke Johnson is more power back than, let's say, Singletary. But man, like, I get what he's saying, but at the same time, it's like, what has Zach Moss done? Really, he's averaging 2.3 a carry. It's not like great. He's not killing people at the line and moving the line forward either. So unless he really improves in camp, I think he's definitely, in my opinion, on the roster bubble. 100%. Zach Moss is on the roster bubble.
Yeah. So I mean, those are the couple guys I can see. I mean, I talked about a few special teams guys, but like from a previous Bills roster, I could see probably Cody Ford and Zach Moss are the two I could see the most. Unless we have some because there's nobody that's really super highly paid that I think that would get cut.
Exactly. Yeah, those are the only guys.
There's no Shadys out there like he was when Shady was so the surprise cut.
Or a kicker, like when we had the one guy that we knew, like we not overpaid, but he just was done. Like that's why we got Bass. Yeah,
house money.
We got Bass,
and Bass beat him out. I can see that. Maybe surprise. I could see maybe Ariza, the punt god, being a surprise cut.
Ooh,
everyone just assumes he's gonna be the punter, but I don't think we're gonna. If he can't hold, he's not gonna be the punter.
I think he's a punter. I think he's a punter regardless. In my opinion,
you think we're gonna?
I think they'll figure it out.
Holder?
Yeah, I think. Well, no, not necessarily. So if you can't hold hypothetically. Let's say he can't. Let's say he's just, which is unbelievable, but it happens. I mean, Boyorquez, Bojo gonna do it, right? And I'm sure they work for Bojo, and he just couldn't figure it out. So let's say he's like a Bojo. He just can't figure it out. Yeah, I think if he's that good at punting, especially in Buffalo weather, especially towards the end of a season where we need to drive that ball in that kind of weather, you can't have Matt Hawk back there kicking from our own 20 to the 40. You know what I mean? Like, I think they would figure it out. I really do, because when you have a punter, Matt Hawk, kicking 15-yard punts, it's a big liability. It puts the defense in jeopardy.
We'll get into the punters. We'll get there. No,
I'm just saying, like, that. Yeah, you're right. We're gonna get that, but I'm just saying, like, I think Hawk makes a team regardless.
You think Hawk does?
I'm sorry, not Hawk. I'm sorry, the punt guy. I think punt guy makes a team, or Matt Ariza.
Okay. All right. So let's keep moving on. Teron Johnson, his 2021 season, he had 877 snaps, 66 tackles, 11 missed tackles, 1 forced fumble, 1 interception, and a 76.9 passer rating. Teron Johnson is a upper echelon slot corner. I don't know if I want to say elite yet, but he's trending towards the top of the slot corner rankings. Dane Jackson in 2021 had 482 snaps, 37 tackles, 3 missed, no forced fumbles, no interceptions, but he had an 80.8% pass rating against, which actually was better than Levi Wallace's. Just so you know, I looked it up. Levi Wallace's was an 86 point something.
But was Dane Jackson going against the 1? Or
yes.
The 2? He was the one.
Whoever they both played their side, so they didn't follow.
I got you.
Dane played on the left, and Wallace played on the right. So,
I mean, Dane really also did. To Levi's credit, though, even though you don't like Levi also played more games than Dane. Dane came in later, correct? When Trey got out. So,
well, what does it tell you? Dane came in later.
No, Dane is a better. I
picked on Levi.
No, I get it. I think Dane is younger and better and has better speed. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know if I would say they were even Steven last year. I get what you're saying, but I still give a little bit more credit than you do to Levi.
Levi had more interceptions, and because he had 3 picks last year. So I mean, at the end of the day, Dane Jackson came in and we didn't miss a whole lot. He was a solid,
except for the Chiefs game.
Yeah, but even the Chiefs game, he wasn't the one getting burnt.
No, I know, but we were still. So why not switch him up if he wasn't the one to get isn't that on the coaching staff?
Yeah, that is absolutely on the coaching staff.
Okay, so if you see one player,
they just picked on Levi over and over and over and over.
I just felt like our whole defense when Trey went out that game,
Swiss cheese.
We just played super scared on defense, man.
We played super conservative again.
Yeah,
that's something that's on McDermott and Frazier that they need to get out of their own heads. Stop playing conservative.
Yep, which I think they learn.
Yep. Well, I hope so. It's 2 years in a row now that they've let them just. Okay, and then we'll move over. We have Sharon Neal, special team ace. He did play 154 defensive snaps. He had 14 tackles, 1 missed tackle, and he had a 56.3 passer rating. So he actually played better as a corner last year than he did in 2020. We're at 105 passer rating against. So he is getting better as a but we played him more as the big nickel than we did actually outside cornerback. He had a great game in week 5 against Travis Kelce. He just beat him up at the line. I love
him, man. He's a hybrid, bro. He is physically. I forget who said it. I think it was Poyer or Hyde.
I think it was Poyer.
Was Hyde said he's the most like
physically gifted.
Yeah, right. Physically gifted athlete on the Buffalo Bills roster, and I believe it. Like this dude, like on kickoffs, he's like the first one to make it most of the time. Right.
He's a special teams animal.
I mean, dude, and even when he's on the field on defense, he's just physical.
You just can't put him up against those shifty wide receivers. You need to put him up where he can beat the guy up like against the tight ends.
Exactly. It's 100%, Mikey, but I love him, man. I just love what he brings.
I'm glad he's back for 3 years.
100%.
He was 3-year, $9 million deals. Well,
he was the one guy I was like, that's the one. Like, remember when we were going in the offseason? I'm like, Remember we were picking who do you got to sign? Remember we did that
Yeah.
show? Like who's the must-haves? And like Saran Neal was like right there. Like
I didn't argue with you on that because Saran Neal is such a core special teamers and he brings so much attitude on that defense. That's what we've been missing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Cam Lewis, who's been up and down off the practice squad the last few years. He actually took Tron Johnson's job in 2020 before he got hurt, and then Tron Johnson took it back and never let it go. He had 55 snaps, 5 tackles, 1 missed, 1 forced fumble, and a 39.6 passer rating last year in mop-up duty. But then we have the Christian on the bubbles. We have, I do think these 5 guys are the 5 that will make the team. I think White, Elam, Johnson, Jackson, and Neal all make the team. I can see one of these other on the bubble guys coming up, whether it's Cam Lewis, Christian Benford, which I think Christian Benford's going to lean more towards safety than corner, because he kind of fits more of that Micah Hyde role.
Yep.
Nick McLeod. Then we have the regulator himself, Elijah Griffin. We have veteran Tim Harris, who was on the 2020 practice squad for different teams. Jamarcus Ingram, rookie UDFA out of Buffalo, and Trayvon Fuller, rookie UDFA out of Tulsa. A lot of those guys are going to be practice squad guys. I can see maybe one of them getting in the mix.
Where's Hamlin at?
Hamlin's a safety.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
We'll get to safeties next.
Yeah. My bad. Okay. I'll tell you what. They see something in Griffin that they like because they signed him right away. For that 1 year, whatever it was.
And I think Nick McLeod is actually the one that they see more in than Griffin. They're talking about using Griffin as a safety.
No, I know. I'm just saying there's something. I was starting with him. So there's something in Griffin that they must like because he was one of those signings that they did right away kind of in the offseason. So they must see something in him in order to do that. Because normally I would say, okay, like they could just have him on team practice squad, whatever. But to sign him right away, to do that
to a future deal, they signed him.
To a future deal,
Nick McLeod both at the same time.
Was very interesting, and Nick McLeod looked very good last year. So that's a player. Time. That's a player for sure that we want to look out for, 100%. Look out for him in preseason, because that dude looked pretty good last season.
He was signed off of when we released him at Cutdown Day. He was picked up by another team. I think it was the Browns. Yes. If I remember correctly, and he spent 2 weeks with the Browns, and then they released him, and he came back to the Buffalo's practice squad. Yeah.
So I those 2 guys, the bubble guys there or whatever, they're for sure, I think, making the squad. I unless something. Really,
I don't think either one of those guys are making squad. I think they're both going to be practice squad.
I'm sorry, they're making the practice squad, correct? Yeah. But I don't think they're going to be cut.
I think it comes down to Christian Benford or Cam Lewis if they carry a CB6.
Correct. But I think like I said, I think they like those 2 guys. They're definitely going to be on the team, at least on the practice squad, unless they get picked up. Off the practice squad. That's it.
Okay. On to safeties. Safeties is pretty easy. There's 5 safeties. That's it. There is no UDFA safeties. We have Jordan Poyer, All-Pro Poe. We have Micah Hyde, second team All-Pro.
Jaquan.
And we have Jaquan Johnson, who's been a core special teamer and the first guy off the bench.
There's my boy Hamlin.
We have DeMar Hamlin, and then Josh Thomas has been a practice squad the last couple of years.
Yes.
So when we look at the numbers, obviously Hyde and Poyer were all pro, so it is what it is. But when we look at Jaquan Johnson, he had 99 snaps last year. He had 8 tackles, 2 missed, 1 interception, but he had 118.8 passer rating allowed. So I think he's more of a box type safety than a center fielder type safety. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then DeMar Hamlin, I think, is the opposite. I think he's more of the center fielder. And he had 50 snaps, 1 tackles, no miss, no forced fumbles, no interceptions, but he had a 39.6 passer rating. So when Poyer goes out, Johnson goes in. When Hyde goes out, Hamlin comes in. I see it more like that. And then Josh Thomas is just an intriguing physical freak who has so gifted, who just we haven't seen much of yet. I'll be interested to see what his camp looks like, because I can see him unseating one of those 2 guys as the backup safety. He brings such a hammer and nastiness to his game.
Yeah, he does. But I gotta say, Jaquan Johnson, when his numbers call,
Last year,
when his number was called, he answered the bell. Like he's played pretty well. I got to give him credit. DeMar Hamlin, listen, he was a rookie last year. Like
when he came in, he played well.
Yeah, and when he came in initially, when I saw him in preseason, he looked solid. And then when he came in the regular season, on some rotation, some snaps or whatever for people, I thought for Hyde or Poyer, I thought he played very well. I thought he stepped up. I didn't think I didn't see him lost out there.
Nope.
Like he seemed like he was on the plays. He wasn't confused. Like he didn't look like a rookie. I'll be honest with you. I thought he played like a guy that's been in the league a couple seasons. So that's a good thing to see.
It also helps when his college teammate was Dane Jackson. And if he's playing 100%. At corner and he's playing safety, that 100%. Communication is helpful. 100%. But I saw last year how it happened was if Poyer went out, it was Johnson that went in. If Hyde went out, it was Hamlin that went in. And I think it's just skill set related.
Yeah. But I understand why I get the them drafting Hamlin, what they saw in him.
I was surprised he fell as far as he did in the draft. I thought Hamlin was more of early day 3, not late day 3.
Yeah, I agree. But hey, that it happens. But Poyer and Hyde, they are the top dogs. And they are they're the ones that they're the leaders back there. And I believe they're going to really help out if Trey is gone. Especially if we don't, for some reason, get a vet corner, which I think we still will. Mm-hmm. But they will be back there helping out like they always do. Mm-hmm. And that's why I just, man, you can't.
I think we're going to resign Poyer. I really do. Yeah. I don't think he's going to get a crazy big deal. I can see like a 2-year, $25 million extension. What Jones is he talking about? Is he talking about Ronald Jones? Because Ronald Jones does not scare me at all.
You got to look it up. I'll be honest.
Ronald Jones, he played for Tampa Bay. He got unseated by Fournette. Like Ronald Jones has been.
Oh, you're talking about the running back. Yeah,
I think so.
The running back. Yeah. Like, if he's talking about the running back, I'm not. Listen, I'm not worried. Yeah, but I'm not worried about. I'll be honest with you. I know we're talking about a different positions group now, but I am not worried. At like I was in previous Buffalo seasons about running backs abusing our defensive line, like
because we got some beef this year.
This is listen, guys. We went over this last week, I believe, right? When we did the offensive line, defense line. We added massive weight and guys that know how to play the position, right? I mean, like Daquan Jones, no joke.
He's one of the best run-stopping one-techs in the league.
Right. Jordan Phillips, you guys know him very well. Played very well here. Ed Oliver,
Settle.
Only getting better. Tim Settle, who Washington fans were so upset that they let him go because they didn't resign him.
He was just buried on the depth chart. But when that guy got playing time, he played well. He's a one-tech, three-tech combo. He'll probably start as the backup one-tech right now.
Right. Then you got Von Miller, right? And Gregory Rousseau on the edge.
He had a 90 rating against the run last year.
I know. Yeah, bro, that's what I'm telling you.
He's one of the best run defensive ends in football.
Yeah. If you think you're bouncing out to the outside on a Von Miller, it's not.
It ain't happening.
Yeah, you're not. You ain't stiff arming Von Miller. Like that dude's gonna take you down with him. And Gregory Rousseau, I thought played the run. That was before the sack. I thought the run was more impressive than him getting to the quarterback. I was like, man, that's
his run defense was actually one of the best on the Bills last year.
And then
and then we brought back run stopping extraordinaire Shaq Loxton, who was fantastic for us the last time he was in the lineup.
Yeah, dude. So I wouldn't worry about any running back. I'll be honest with you. And I'm not doing that. I'm not saying this because I'm a homer. This is my team, and everything's the best. We
retooled that defensive line
100%.
with proven talent.
Exactly. All right, Mikey. So go ahead.
So, anyways, that covers our safeties. I mean, there's not a lot we can talk about.
No, we know the deal.
We know the deal. It's going to be Poyer and Hyde. Then we have our backups. Thomas is going to push Johnson and Hamlin, but I think of these four are going to be the four that go.
Yeah, I
much
agree.
like last year. I can't see Hamlin falling off a cliff. I can only see him getting better.
I agree.
And then into our specialists, Tyler Bass. Last year, he was 28 for 32. He was 2 for 4 on 50 plus, and he was 51 for 51 in extra points last year. In 2020, he was 28 for 34. He was 4 for 6 for 50 plus, and he was 57 to 59 PAT. So he actually got better as PATs, got better as field goal position inside the 40s, and he was just as good, from 50 out. So he's Bass money, Bass-o-matic.
He is, as long as he has the right holder, right? Like we were talking about, which
it doesn't surprise me. Knowing Hack's pedigree for holding, it doesn't surprise me to see Bass's numbers getting better. I was surprised to see that he was pretty steady from rookie year to sophomore year. He's just a clutch kicker. He's good. He's one of the better kickers in the league.
It's a little weird because I don't know if you remember last year, they, every year, but Buffalo Bills puts out like videos, like of whatever, red and blue and embedded.
Yeah.
And they did one with the kicker, Bass and Bojo. I don't know if you remember that. And they're like, oh, we're best friends. We hang out all the time. And I'm like, okay, why can't you get this guy to hold your kicks right, man? Like, why aren't you guys getting together on this? Like, I don't
think they didn't try. I just think Bojo can't do it.
Like, there was some where the laces.
Have you ever seen? Have you ever seen like the second baseman who gets the yips? God. You think it's the easiest thing in the world to throw it to first base, and he just can't do it? I think it's a mental block for Bojo.
It might
really
be.
Do.
It might be because
because
who did he
didn't
for
just
last
do it
year?
here. Last year was in Green Bay, and Crosby cussed him out on the field.
I know. And did he sign somewhere, Bojo, or is he free agent? Because I know they let him go, right?
I don't know. I don't
think. I'm pretty sure he's not there. So.
After we're done with this, I'll look it up.
Yeah, I'm curious because I'm pretty sure they let him go.
Yep. So then we get into the punters. Matt Ariza, the punt god, drafted this year. He had 79 punts last year. He had a 51.2 punt average. His long was 86. He had 36 inside the 2015 touchbacks. His hang time was 4.0. Just so you know, the NFL average hang time is 4.2.
Yeah, he has to improve on that.
But
he knows that.
They said that he worked on it, and at his pro day, his hang time was 5.5.
Jeez.
So he stopped kicking it long and started kicking it up.
Right. Yeah. Hey, whatever works, man. As long as you kick it deep, and not a line drive, I'm good with that,
Yep. And then Matt Hack, last year, he had 52 punts. He had a 42.9 average. His long was 63. He had 18 inside the 27 touchbacks. He had 4.06 hang time. In 2020, which he still didn't have a good year, but it was a better year for him with the Dolphins. It's 68 for 44.7 average, long as 63, 30 inside the 20, only 2 touchbacks, and he had 4.4, which was above average for the NFL.
But where is he playing?
He was playing in Miami. No wind conditions, no weather conditions at all.
That's right. Right. No cold weather. Yep. Right. And your hands, the ball isn't frozen. Like, I think when he came here, it's like, holy crap. like I was okay punter, but I don't know if I can punt in this. Like there was bad punts, man. There were some terrible punts.
Yep. And then we have Snapflow 69, Reed Ferguson. He had 139 snaps. He had 1 tackle last year, and he played 32% of our special teams overall. In 2020, he had 138 snaps. He had 1 tackle, played 31%. He is just that solid long snapper who will get down there and mix it up and make the tackle if you need him to.
I know his brother plays too, right? I think
he plays for Miami.
Yeah. That's so funny. Yeah. But yeah, I think listen. So really the only debate here, I mean, we know Ferguson, he does his job very well. We know Tyler Bass does his job very well. So we know where he's there. So really it boils down to the 2 guys in the middle there. So Matt Ariza, the punt god, and Matt Hawk, the great holder, terrible punter. So
the holder extraordinaire.
Right. So listen, who's our Smiley, right? That's a special teams coach.
Yep.
Okay. So I would assume that he is working a lot with Ariza because what more can you work on Matt Hawk with, right? He's a veteran. Like you can't teach him how to punt better. Like he's been in the league long enough. He should that's who he is, correct? I mean, and he holds well. So I think the work is going to be more towards focused on Matt Ariza. And I think they will get him where he needs to be, to start the NFL season, and Matt Hawk won't be on the squad. I can't see it happening, man. He's a liability when it comes to punts in our own end zone.
Well, the thing about Ariza, what he brings is the ability to flip the field.
That's what I mean. Yeah, to flip the field, 100%.
Or in a windstorm, be able to kick it through some of it because he can put it on a line drives.
Correct.
They'll just teach him to kick it out of bounds versus straight. So he becomes a weapon. At the punter position.
And don't forget, and then Hawk he holds the ball a little bit too long. Sometimes he got that block, right? It was partially his fault, partially the line, but he's
so slow. He's so
slow and winding up the kicks. It's just I think he has more negative than he does positive. Because when your GM comes out at the end of the year and the good thing he says about you is you hold the ball well, that's terrible. Like that is really bad, bro. That would be like him. He
did say he's better than what he showed last year. But the fact that he had to say that is everything you need to know.
I mean, can you imagine if you said that with any position? Like, I'm just saying, like running back, like if you commented on Zach Moss, like, oh man, like he cheers really good on the sideline, putt prep, gets our guys motivated. Like, I mean, that's terrible. Like, that's not a good thing. He had
to find something nice to say about people.
He did.
It's like back to school night. You got to find something nice to say about the kid.
But you figure Matt Hawk, he has to know the deal. He has to. Like, he has to. Like,
we haven't
unless Ariza just stinks, man.
We haven't seen Ariza.
No, we haven't. That's what I'm saying. Unless he just stinks it up.
All through OTAs and minicamp, it was all about, Hack did all the holding.
Yeah, but that's who cares. I could care less. Like I really what? You know what I want to hear? What I want to find out is through this break, I would really hope that Tyler Bass gets together with Ariza and they go out to some high school or college, whatever, and they practice and you practice. Right? That would be the right
practice
thing to do.
Are we talking about practice?
Yeah, hell yeah, we are. So because listen, we all know the kick and punt, right? I'm not saying go out there and punt. I'm saying go out there and get to know your kicker. Right. Know what
Find out how he likes it.
That's it. Like I'm not asking this guy to go tackle people. Like just go out there and practice a little bit.
Get Ariza, get Hack, get all those guys.
The great all the great players. I'm just saying, like position guys. If you want to get better, they all go out and they do their own workouts. They all go out and link up, with one another.
Yeah.
For the most part, unless you're just that quality veteran and you don't need to. I get it, but this guy needs to get with Bass 100%. I hope they do.
Or they could have sent him like Pat McAfee said, after he was drafted, Vinatieri sent him to a holding camp.
That's true. Yeah, that's who cares? Yeah, I would. Listen. I'm good with that. By the way, speaking of the camp thing, Dawson Knox is going back. I don't know if you heard that, but he's going back to tight end university. So cool, awesome. Like I told you, I
believe he was winning the tight end university charity too.
Yeah, he is. He by a lot. By the
way, there was one other.
Somebody caught up.
There's one guy. He had 11.
OJ Howard was on that list,
but this guy had 11 donations. And he was like $2,000 behind him. So one of his donators gave up a lot of cash.
Okay. Well, last I saw was Dawson was still number 1.
Yeah.
And OJ Howard was like 4.
OJ Howard wasn't on the board that I saw.
Oh, when I last saw he was. Yeah, I'll have to look again. But either way, he was still surprisingly on the board when I looked. So either way, my point was last year when I said when he went to the camp, I said, remember I told you, man, I wish they would do that for more positions. Like linebacker camp, this camp, that camp, because it can only help. Yeah, bro. Why not?
But you gotta have those elite guys that want to put it on. Like Von Miller puts it on 100%. For the
Von Miller. Rush. Yes, Exactly.
He's
So
always
Miller
putting on,
does one.
and he gets all those guys that come. Travis Kelce and Kittle's put on.
Correct.
The tight end university, and they get all the like Josh Allen, I believe, is going to end up throwing balls at that camp at one day. They're working out.
Okay.
They were talking about Trey Lance is going out there. Jimmy Garoppolo was going out there. A couple other guys were going out there, but then I think Zach Wilson was going out, and then they talked about they were trying to get Josh Allen to come out for one day. He had a wedding or something to go to on the rest of the day, but he was going to come out for one day to try to throw some balls to guys. So he was talking Kittles and Kelce. He went on. Pat McAfee was talking about it, who they were getting out there to throw the ball. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. At the end of the day, I think Arizo makes it, but when we were talking about who could be a surprise cut, I could see that as a surprise cut. Everyone just assumes he's going to be the punter.
So you
I don't think he's going to be. I don't think he's going to be. I'm saying that would be a surprise cut. That's what I'm saying. Would that be a surprise to you?
Yeah, because I don't think it'll happen.
I don't think it'll happen either, but that would be a surprise to you.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Hold on real quick. I wanted to do something real quick. So give me 1 second, Mikey.
Yeah, are we done with this?
Yeah, go. I'm gonna go ahead and take that off.
Okay.
So real quick, guys, I do want to let me see here if I can do that. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to, in case you guys missed it, show you guys the trailer to the top 100. In case you guys missed it or haven't had a chance to watch it. We put this together last week, I believe. So let me put that up for you guys to watch real quick. And then we'll get into that a little bit again. So give me 1 second. Okay, very good. All right. Here we go. All right, guys. So here's the official Buffalo Bills top 100 trailer starting next week at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Next week.
All right. Next week, Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So you guys saw, I guess that's a little sneak peek on who is in the top 100. Obviously, you guys don't know where.
We're doing 175 next week?
176 next
76.
week.
176.
Then 75 to 51 the following week, and then so forth. So it'll be a 5-part episode, guys, with the 5th episode being on a special date and time, which will be the top
10. Yeah,
correct. So, guys, tune in because we are going to have a ton of special guests. We'll name them all once, during the week, once we get them confirmed, like who's going to be on that day. But right now, like I said, for Monday, Marcus Sullivan is joining us, which will be really cool because he played on the 2002 team, Mikey, that there's going to be some players probably on the list. I'm not going to tell you who, but you guys should know. For the most part, who should be on that list. So join us because it'll be epic, man. This is going to be really, really cool. Mikey, anything, man? Any last words?
No. Thanks for riding with us tonight. I'm really excited about getting into the top 100. Because there's nothing going on.
The card thing.
Oh yeah, you have to do the card thing. Don't forget about that.
Oh shoot, guys, hold on. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. So There's not a lot going on out there with Camp Broken. You know, we don't want to see any news about Buffalo Bills players out in camp when we're getting into any kind of trouble, so we don't want to see news about them. So this top 100 will be something fun to talk about, bring back, relive some magic of some of our greatest players, and do some fun stuff. So, okay, so you want me to help run you through who?
Yeah. I got it. What was the site I went to before, Mikey?
Oh man,
I don't remember.
Wheel
generator.
Wheel something.
I should have you do it this time, and I'll tell you the name since you did it, because you can share it, can't you?
I'd have to find it. Yeah, give me a second.
Hold on. Nick Goins. I don't even know what that means.
Pickerwheel.com. Here we go.
Okay, you want to do it this time?
Mike F. Yep. So I'm Mike.
All right, cool. All right. So you want me to tell you the names?
Give me a second.
All right.
Hen Dog.
I think Brandon's the one that didn't want the card last week. That won, correct? The Thurman card.
I don't know.
I don't remember either.
Put
Chewy's name in there because Chewy wasn't here last week.
EG.
Charla.
Chewy.
Did you put Hen Dog?
Yes, I got Hen Dog.
Charla. SHA.
SHARLA. Okay.
And Miles Connor. Just put Miles. He's the only Miles here. MYLES.
Mm-hmm. MY?
MY. Yeah, MYLES.
Okay.
And I think that's it, right? You got Chewy, Brandon. I guess put Brandon. Did you put Daniel?
Yeah, I don't have Brandon yet.
Okay. And that's it. Other than Daniel, Brandon and Daniel. And by the way, guys, whoever doesn't want the card, just obviously let me know. Hit me up on Tommy Talks Bills on Twitter, and I'll actually put my email, or just comment on the YouTube and I'll shoot you my email so you can send me your address and I'll ship those cards out to you.
Okay. You want to pop it up on the screen?
Yep. Gonna do it.
All right, here we go. What card you going with? What card?
Oh yeah, let's start. So we're gonna start with the lowest card here on the list. Tremaine Edmonds. So whoever gets this wins the Tremaine Edmonds rookie card.
All right, here we go.
By the way, you get a bonus rookie card with it. We got a slow wheel here, so.
Charla.
Oh, Charla, you got the Tremaine Edmonds rookie card, and you also get a bonus card, a bonus Buffalo Bills rookie card that's coming with it. Obviously, I can't tell you who it will be.
Charla loves those cards. She was in there saying, yeah, I love cards. Cards are great. All right, what's the next one?
All right, so the next one is the card that I gave away last week, but he didn't want it. He doesn't collect cards. Is the Thurman Thomas rookie card, 1989 score.
All right. Let's see if we can get Miles the Thurman Thomas one. Daniel Garis.
Daniel. All right, Daniel. All right.
Are you writing these down on who won? What?
Yeah. I can watch back either way. All right. So last is the Josh Allen rookie card. This is the main one. It's the one that probably people want.
All right.
The Thurman too, but they're all good. But
and Hen Dog wins it.
Hen Dog.
All
right. Congratulations, Hen Dog. You got the Josh Allen rookie card. Like I said, hit me up on Tommy Talks Bills at Twitter, or just hit me if you don't have Twitter, just YouTube me, and I will give you my email. Yeah. And by the way, Mr. Miles Connor, yeah, man, you know what? Because you were a newbie here on the channel, I'm going to hook you up with a card as well, a good rookie card. So hit me up on my Twitter.
Tommy. He'll take care of you.
Hit me up. I got you, brother. Other than that, man, I appreciate everybody for coming in. Is that it, Mikey? Are we done? This is one of our shorter shows that we did. Hold on real quick. We got Charlotte. Okay. Yeah.
You know?
I'll send you my. I'll email you. I got you. So actually, can you? Because I can't. I don't. Let me. Can you do me a favor, Mikey? Type that down and send it to my email real quick, because I won't. It's not. It won't be in the chat later.
I can try. Yeah.
Mikey's on top of this, man. I got you, Charlotte, too. So I'll email you and just give me the address, and I'll ship those cards to you sometime this week. You're gonna get 2 of them. Yeah, and Miles added me on Twitter, so I got you, Miles. I got you on something cool, actually.
So, all right, buddy. That's all I got.
Cool. Yep. All right, cool. So, Charlotte, I got you. I'll get you covered. I'll send you the cards, and I'll also hit you up once I send them. The other cards, by the way, whoever won them last week, I don't remember who. You're gonna get them this week. Actually, I think they're arriving on Thursday. So let me know when you hit them up. Other than that, guys, listen. The next 4 weeks, like I said, they're gonna probably be long shows. Mikey, what are you thinking? Probably close to 2 hours. So.
Yeah, we'll know more. So they'll be about an hour and a half. You'll probably be an hour and a half, maybe a little longer than that.
So listen, it's all about fun, guys. Never been done. I hope you guys join us. If not, watch the replay. And other than that, man, we appreciate you guys once again for hopping on. And then we will play the best outro of any show out there. Go Bills.
Go Bills. Bills make me want to shout.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Guys.